Now in society in general, we're at a point where we need to change a lot, and this organisation is all about how organisations can make that change.
The forum itself and all the people in the forum, all the people that are attracted to forums like this, are in fact the stewards of change.
It's all about constant development and growing and making the environment and the world more sustainable.
Sometimes in the world you get this feeling that you're alone doing this work, and these are indelible impressions of how one we are, and we're only the tip of the iceberg. There are people all over the world who are looking at their place in the world in this way, and when you come to an event like this, you cannot leave alone. You just can't.
I think the most important thing for me is to be in this group because I think this network of people is amazing. I think we share a will to contribute and to transform or change the world we live in.
A lot of times there's so many amazing efforts that are happening in isolation, siloed from each other, but when you get people together at an event like this, it's really encouraging. It allows kind of feedback from what's worked out there in the fields to maybe where there's room for improvement. But really it's just kind of a celebration of all the efforts that have been made.
Yeah, I was giving a workshop on the 5 disciplines and SoL. So a little bit about SoL's purpose and values as an organization. So what we were trying to give people was the thought of the individual, how you work with personal mastery and mental models, how you go to team learning, and how you plug that into the organization with shared vision and system thinking.
Today I'm a storyteller, so I've got 20 minutes and I'm telling a story. And my main focus on my story is that we're moving from an analog world to a digital world that changes the way people behave, how they shop, how they communicate, and also changes how a whole generation looks upon the world. So what I want to communicate is for people to stay open and keep on learning.
We had the opening from Johan Rockström about the planetary boundary conditions, and then we had people all talking about internet and everybody being connected. I was trying to help people see that we have to put those two together, and we can't forget the conditions on the planet and how we live in total.
When it comes to leadership and change, I've been taking inspiration from the circus artist who knows both about being in the chaotic phase, how you need to be there to be able to create new, but also how trust actually works, with trusting someone 10 meters above ground, and it's not your muscles who carry, it's your trust. And about balance, which a tight wire walks on, and just taking those instruments from the arts into how we can build organization that can carry huge visions and a creative, innovative force that can go towards the direction of change.
I think my biggest insight would be that I think SoL is shifting. It's shifting from organizational point of view to sustainability.
But also there is an element of nervousness or tension, because we are really up against some difficult things, which if you listen to the different speakers, they line out a future which is fairly scary.
Kajsa said in her speak about Cirkus Occur, I think that was really nice. If you try to hold balance, if you focus to hold balance, then you will lose balance. So you have to embrace chaos in order to balance on the tightrope.
I think a really big insight is that I'm seeing that the kind of call from the world for change is kind of leaking through all sectors, And especially in this forum, the different sectors are really trying to come together. So we have business leaders, we have people who represent politics, but also NGOs and grassroots. And you know, I come from a kind of youth-oriented grassroots action protest kind of group, and you know, it's interesting to see that there is a movement towards let's work together with business leaders. Let's not see them as enemies. Let's see them as co-creators of a future that we want. And from the other side as well, a call for where are the young people, where are the grassroots organizations? Let's do this together, and I think that's unique.
I work at a huge or a large insurance company in Sweden, so I'm actually gonna put the learnings together, and I'm gonna go around in my big company and talk to different management teams and tell them about the learnings that we made here, and have a discussion with them about how we can use this in our organization.
I'm in a stage in my life right now where I see that I'm gonna start now. I'm gonna really start my career, my life goals now. So this has been really great for me, because it really proves what I stand for, and that more people stand for it, and that is the right way to go. Because I think the way I want to work is unconventional.
They are the learnings of doing an event that is this size. It's the friendship for all the people I met here. And it's also the idea of what would we like to do in SoL Sweden for the future, and how to take up the topics that have been raised here, and to move forward with them and work with the members of SoL Sweden to go deeper, dig deeper into these issues.
I think I'm going to do more of this, organizing these kind of conversations. I think they're really meaningful, and we need more of that.